Hey everybody, it's me again here with another Tea with Michaela B. This video, I'm going to answer one question in particular, talk about one question I keep getting asked. I see the question, Michaela, what tips do you have for me to get on Survivor? Or what was your video like? Or I want to apply 3 years from now. How can I make sure I get on the show then? How do I want to say this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't work for casting. Um, what you gotta realize is they have their own thing that they do, right? It's like when you. This is more what I'm trying to say. When there's something that you want, you go for it. Like if you want to be on Survivor, you apply to Survivor, and if you apply, like right now, they're in the about to be in the filming process for the next 2 seasons already, right? So you're applying right now. You basically, I'm trying to say there's a cycle to what they're doing, right? So if you apply today and you don't hear anything for 9 months, that doesn't mean something's wrong. That might mean that they didn't want you. That might mean that they haven't even looked at your stuff yet. That might mean you don't fit the theme that they're gonna have, next year in 2018. That might mean you do fit the theme that they're gonna have in 2018, but they're not working on that particular one at the moment. All these things to say, when you want something, just go for it. And you can go for it multiple times. It's not like life is not a one and done thing. Well, like your actual life, like yes, you're alive and then you die, and once you die, it's over, right? But the things you do in life are not one and done. It's not like if I want to be a speaker and I give one speech and I'm horrible, then all of a sudden I'm done and it didn't work. So now speaking is not for me. No, that means I need to do it again. You know, that's all. So, I mean, I'd be a I don't know the name of the person, but you know the type of people that act like they know something when they really don't. Like I'd be blowing steam up my own self if I were to sit here and try to give people advice on how to get on the show. I don't know. What was my video? I was standing in a bathroom talking. I'm not good with technology. Like as you can see right now, I'm sitting in a room. There's no music behind my videos. Like that's not my style. I'm very blunt and straightforward, and this is what it is. That was my video. Now you take somebody like Michelle. She's over here freaking slacklining and hang gliding and climbing up rocks and doing like I didn't see her video, but I remember talking about it on the island. So it's not the video. It's you. It's the person, right? And it's does the person what they sense from you as a person, does that fit the cast that they're trying to create? And so that whole second part, you have no idea of it at all. So you can't focus on it. It's not in your control. All you can do is apply. And you can apply once and be that person that tries something one time, and if it doesn't work for you, the moment you think of it, then you're done, aka like a quitter type, if you were to apply that to any other situation. Or you can be like determined and just keep going over and over and over until you get what you want, knowing that you may never get what you want. But at least you'll know you tried. And I prefer to be that second type of person in everything that I do. So, you know, that just is what it is. And I guess that relates to why I would play 2 seasons. That's a question. Because I have that problem. I have a dysfunction that makes me want to keep trying stuff even when it doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Right? And I think that's I don't think, I strongly feel that quality of toughness of not giving up just because something doesn't go exactly your way or just because it doesn't happen as fast as you want it to. I think that quality is something that a lot of people in my generation are missing because it's like we want everything to happen right now when I thought about it on my terms with minimal effort. And I don't want to get my feelings hurt. Like that's kind of how a lot of people in my generation are, and really in our parents' generation. I think they're even worse, honestly. All this talk about Gen Xers being hard workers and stuff, but a lot of times what I see, a lot of Gen Xers, they're hard workers inside of a safe box. But when you start talking to them about getting outside of their box and doing something different, they're more scared of that than anything. They rather keep doing something that don't work over and over because it's they're used to it, or because it's a safe thing to do, or because it's thought of highly, like no one opposes them, then go out and do something different. And I feel like that's a bad trait that we sometimes can inherit from our parents. So, all this to say, if you want to be on the show, I heard some crazy numbers. I don't know. People be talking all kind of smack on their island. Somebody told me in Millennials versus Gen X that 55,000 people a year apply for Survivor. And, I don't know how many get picked. What, 40? 40 get to play a year. I don't know if those numbers are real. But if they are real, how could I possibly sit here and be like, this is what you do to become the one out of the 55,000? I don't know. So, just try. But if those are the real odds, which like I said, I have no clue. That's just, I heard that on Millennial Beach. That's it. But if those are the real odds, think about why you want to do Survivor. Go ahead and apply. But think about why you want to do it. Like, what is it really? Not just because you watch the show. Because I'm proof that you don't have to be, somebody that uses their spare time to watch TV all the time. Like, sometimes at a certain point in life, there's other things to do in your spare time besides watch TV. Right? So that's the situation I've been in the past 3 years, where I had other things to do in my spare time besides watch TV. So I don't fit the normal category of people who apply to the show or whatnot. So why did I do it then? Because the things I do in my spare time, there's financial goals attached to them. And those financial goals are attached to lifestyle goals that I want to achieve in the next few years, by the time I have a family. So when you have something like Survivor, who gives you the chance that nothing else, virtually nothing else that has any type of strategy to it, can give you in a 39-day window of time, you have the chance to make $1 million. When previous to this point, people told me I got to spend, $60,000 a year to go to school for 4 years to have the chance to earn $30,000, $40,000 a year, minus 20% in taxes, minus 50% going to bills, minus 30% going to the student loans, and leaving what? Nothing, essentially. Like, when you come from that, and then you get exposed to a different realm of life where you can put in 3 to 5 years of time outside of your job, putting in the work, learning some new skills, pushing through some walls, getting some no's, and you actually have a shot of making more over time than you would over 40 years of time, doing the regular in and out 9 to 5 situation. And I get introduced to that and I see something else. And then that opens my mind to these other opportunities that you can jump on if they come your way. And Survivor was one of those things. Like, wow, I have a chance by putting myself in a tough situation and navigating waters that are uncomfortable to me, not normal to me, different. If I do that correctly, I have the chance to have enough to set myself up for the life that I want to have, or at least start the process of setting myself up for the life I want to have. That's the why behind me doing something like Survivor. So figure out the why behind why you want to be on Survivor. Do your part, which is apply. Maybe apply a bunch of times. Like I said, Cece applied for years. Adam applied multiple times. I guess most people apply multiple times, you know? Sometimes you can hit the sweet spot, but you're not in control of that. So do your part, apply, but also figure out why you want it. And then start exploring other options to get that, so that you're not just sitting around waiting for something that may or may not ever happen, you know, but you're having an enriching life experience. And then if that becomes a cherry on top, put the cherry on top. But who wants a bunch of cherries if you don't have no ice cream, no cake, no brownies, no nothing? So go out and make your ice cream, you know? Make your cake, make your brownies. And if the cherry falls on top, then awesome, you got a sundae. If not, then you had some dessert. So this is your tea with Michaela B. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some information. I'll still take y'all's questions. Happy Sunday. That's all, folks.